seven different players. You think about 7 players on this team. Leading the way is Mikhail, Kayano with those 3. And the Magic is the manager, Gerald Lodi with Julie County.
Gerald, congratulations first off on making it to this title game. You have your ace on the mound in Jaron Lancaster. What are you expecting from him today?
Well, I know Curaçao's a very good fastball hitting team. They're got a lot of talented batters. So what we told Jaron is just pitch it, throw it. If they hit you. And definitely we're gonna have to mix up a lot of our pitches because again, Curaçao's a great fastball hitting team.
This is your second title game, 2 for 2. You won it, of course, in 2018. What advice did you give the boys today?
Enjoy it. It's the last day. We keep telling them it's the last day of summer. Tomorrow morning, around this time, afternoon, this time, we're going to be back in Honolulu. So just say they deserve it. They worked very hard this summer, and this is the last time as a team we're actually going to be playing together. So as coaches, we just stress it. Enjoy the moment. Have fun. Whatever happens, happens, and just play hard.
Can I go back to Honolulu with you? When you said, let's go back to Honolulu, I'm there with you.
Anytime. You always have an open room in my house.
Thank you. Right?
Thank you, Julie. It's amazing. He said the same thing to Jess, and when we mentioned we might nothing. No. Crickets. Crickets. It's about 86 degrees here, perfect for an island like Curaçao that's used to playing in the heat. They're up against it today.
They are, but they're also used to playing here. I mean, it's an island in Curaçao that has been a regular participant in this Little League World Series, and when they get here, they usually stay for a while. Well, this year a while has been a lot of games. They won their opener, lost their second game to Panama, so they had to come back and win 5 games in 7 days just to get to this point. They could really pitch. That's how you win 3 games by 1 run. Over that win streak, 3 shutouts. They've allowed just 4 runs in the 6 wins that they have had here. When we talk to this Curaçao pitching staff, I talk to their coaches, they talk about the ability to throw strikes up and down. They'll need to do it again today, but they can now say they are back-to-back international champions. Now with a chance to win the second Little League World Series title that this Balboa Little League has ever done. David Joe Riker, we won't see him on the mound today. It's a right-on that has been up to 78 miles an hour in this Little League World Series. Pitch count means he can't go today. He'll still be right in the middle of this lineup, and he still may be doing this. This got up to this point against Chinese Taipei yesterday. It was a 1-0 game, and it stayed a 1-0 game because the glove of David Joe Riker doesn't stop there. They got a secret weapon, Rap. I'm not sure if you knew that, but they got a secret weapon today. And we're going to see the secret weapon on the mound. He hasn't thrown any pitches in the Little League World Series. Shamar Jacobus, in fact, the last time he pitched was in the regional in the Dominican Republic, and he threw just 4 pitches in the regional. So 4 there, none here. Enter secret weapon. We will see him later on. And down on the field, Sebastian Salazar will tell us more about Curaçao.
Guys, it's great to have the international teams back here at the Little League World Series. But it's really great to have the international parents back. This group from Curaçao, they're rolling about 40 deep, and trust me, you're not just going to hear, you're going to feel the support that they have for this group from Laval Little League. And speaking of support, there is a ton of it back home. I'm told of multiple watch parties around the island, including the biggest one, which is at Bam Bam's. It's half batting cage, half restaurant in Willemstad. They've been hosting watch parties throughout the tournament, starting with a couple dozen people. I'm told there were over 200 at yesterday's watch party for the international party. They're expecting double that today. So, Paul, KP, Jess, if you're not already using Curaçao, you're going to be out for this weekend. And if there's anybody on the island that has to work on a Sunday, can't get to the TV, no worries. Our group of Deporte Activo Radio are broadcasting back to the island in Papiamentu. So whether it's television or radio, all of Curaçao will be tuned in today.
All right, Sonny, we're ready. I mean, I don't know if this is a dance party or a Little League World Series game. Maybe it's both, which is the best of both worlds. It's sitting room only on the hill. We're getting set to decide a champion in Williamsport at the Little League World Series.
Nothing's gonna stop us now.
In the air, and it brought on us so you can stay in the game. We have 1 game left, game 38 of this 2022 Little League World Series that started with 20 teams from around the globe. The biggest, the best,
this Little League World Series.
We had 10 international teams. Take a look at just how many miles they had to fly to get here. And they all flew to get here. Over 9,700 from Australia. Team from Taipei, 7,800. We zoom in on this regular town of Williamsport, Pennsylvania. And a really complex, actually in South Williamsport. Folks, that Curacao is off the northern coast of Venezuela. It's the largest of the 6 islands in the Caribbean that constitute the Kingdom of the Netherlands. See the folks swimming behind our beautiful big sea turtles. They speak Papiamento, that's the official language. And most of the folks you know from Curacao speak 3, 4, sometimes 5 languages. It's the language of baseball now. Let's meet the kids.
My name is Gina Candilla and my favorite name is Lina Gomez. My name is Alexander Bobase and my favorite baseball player is Ozzy Allen. My name is Jonathan Cunningham. My favorite food is chicken. My name is Joshua Acosta. My favorite actor is The Rock. My name is Vishal Khan. My favorite food is the hamburger. My name is Jadon Will and my favorite app is Instagram.
My name is Dave Vijayaranga and my favorite player is Ozzy Allen.
My name is Amasa Pierre-Gomez and my favorite food is pizza.
My name is Emery Hansen and my favorite emoji is dollars.
My name is Jada Amisa and my favorite brand is green.
My name is Ryan Zuri Costa and my favorite player is Kelly Johnson.
My name is Kishore Soundmarano and my favorite actor is Kevin Hart.
My name is Sisham Rafasa and my favorite player is Louis Apofar.
My name is Kishore. My favorite emoji is Make It Laugh.
Our lineup today was brought to you by PNC Bank. Take a look at the starting lineup. It looks like this. With Rankin at the top, he'll be playing shortstop today. Yesterday he made that great play in center field. This was a Little League that won it back in 2004. You hear the players say who their favorite player was. In 2004, every one of them, including Jonathan Schoaf and Jurickson Profar, a couple of major leaguers, all said Andrew Jones. He was the guy in 2004. You know, Everett is the manager of this team. Everyone left along for the first base team in a long time. Veteran coach of Curacao. And they can go high and low depending on where they are in a game. What a support system for the Odas. They have this guy on the mound, Jaron Lancaster, who's arguably the best player in the World Series this year. They were throwing hard. His first pitch is in for a strike. The throw in the mid-70s. He's got a great curveball. And he has tremendous composure having been here. And the shortstop and over the head of Kikola Hyanal. And Rankin's going to second. What a read. Nobody was there. And what a start for Curacao as Davey J. Rankin took advantage of Hawaii. Lollygagging it up there behind second.
I said Jaron Lancaster might be the best player in the World Series. I put him right up there with Davey J. Rankin, though. This is like head-to-head matchup. It's kind of that bat you look for. Move it off the end of the bat. Back in the glove of Kyle there. Shortstop behind the heads up. Because recognizing moves at second base. Heads up, too. It wasn't his coach telling him. He read it. He's on second.
That brings up Emery Hansen. He's today's catcher. Rick DeBuck gets it down. There's nobody at third base. And they get the out at first base. And a nice play by Lancaster. But to third base goes Runco, a perfectly executed sacrifice by Hansen.
And when we talk to this Hawaii coaching staff before the game, they talk about Curacao's ability to handle velocity. They had seen them handle velocity. They're going to see velocity for Jaron Lancaster. You can lead off center to center. They wasn't hit hard. They hit the right spot. And a perfect bunt and moves that runner up to third base.
Chamberlain wheel now up for his pitch. Really good one on the corner, 73 miles an hour. From 46 feet away, it was 95 miles an hour. Like a major leaguer throwing a fastball from 60 feet, 6 inches away. Outside, here comes Stevie J. 1-0 Curacao. And boy, that extra base he took on his hit proves huge. And it looks like we have a camera issue.
Uh-oh, we lose one behind it.
He lost the front of one.
I think we made it this long without losing one. timeout.
And I think that's what we're doing. We're taking a timeout because there's a few pieces of that glass that got on the field. And that is obviously a problem.
Maybe you were talking about it. Daley Watson was actually supposed to start this game because they had talked about Jaron Lancaster and the fact that he throws so hard. The big thing about Curacao is they faced a ton of velocity. You took another look at the direct shot for our low camera. See some shreds of glass too right there on the field, so they're trying to clean up. How about this one, Bill?
Watch out.
Nowhere to go.
But that's why they wanted Watson to start. They thought about it because the teams that Curacao struggled against, Panama, who they lost to, and Nicaragua, who they did not score as much against, just because of the breaking ball.
It's Dave Earnhardt down there running low home and was trying to get that thing out of the way.
In an effort to get it out of the way, it came in so hard, he nailed it. And he landed it. He went right into it. Kind of a neat view from the viewer at home. You don't get to see that very often.
But it's probably a little bit different feel if you're standing on the other side of the camera when it's coming directly at you. But yeah, it provides a really cool. So they can that up.
Again, from a game perspective,
Look at the spin.
the shattered ledge just kept the game about it. See, Davey J, it doesn't matter. From a Curacao perspective, we're good. Shattered glass or not, we got a 1-0 lead.
Yep.
And for a team that rides the emotion so hard, why hasn't trailed much at all in this Little League World Series? This is unfamiliar territory. We have that going.
They haven't trailed, right? Until now.
That's the first time they've given up a run. So we got one, and that was really executed well. Emery Hansen with a sacrifice. Over Curaçao's resume. Nicaragua, they beat them 2-0. Panama, they lost 2-9-3. So when you lose here in this double elimination format, your next loss, and you're out. Kind of like that camera, you're out. They beat Italy 1-0. 1-0.
And by the way, they were throwing 50 miles an hour. They struggled with that lower velocity.
After Italy, it was Canada. They beat them 4-2. Nicaragua, 7-2. Mexico, 2-1. Taipei, 1-0. They did a bunch of very close games. Ready to go again with Jalen Wheel. Chase got 1 ball, 2 strikes. Look at his reactions. That guy did I swing and out.
Then they're back.
Like it.
That's why you get 3.
I did it. Don't worry.
Strikeout 1 for Lancaster. You saw just how filthy that breaking pitch is.
Fist bump on the mound. Fastball's been up to 73, and they may show you a little bit more than that, but this is the separator. They'll get them off the fastball a little bit more. Break them all that starts on the outside part of the plate. Just keeps on going. Second out of the inning. First strikeout of the day.
Kishore Hinkle next up. Another one off the corner, strike 1. Kishore's the first baseman, 4 for 16 of tournament 2 RBIs. This is away. Goes the nickname Panda, Pablo Sandoval. It's the nickname for Kishore as the outfield very deep. Cleanup hitter for Curacao. Side, that's one there. Beach is going to be busy today because of the breaking pitch. And his staff all were here in 2018. Same group of coaches that won it all 4 years ago. Even the Indians are on the grass, all of them. Off the corner, that is wicked. 71 miles an hour. But it's Curacao who breaks through the first. Hawaii breaks the game. It's 1-0.
Jaron Lancaster with back-to-back strikeouts, but Davy J. Riken gets the party started. Early run for Curacao.
Darren, come on, let's be reasonable here. No way, Kevin. You're mine.
Great sport, Kevin Negandhi here with Sports Center. You take a look at the regional poll from the United States. The West has been such a good region, of course, whether it's the California clubs or the teams from Hawaii. Hawaii, one of the great spots in the world, on the southeast coast of Oahu, the gathering place is what's known as. Third largest of the Hawaiian Islands, 44 miles long, 30 miles across, 596 square miles. Kids have been loose. They were dancing and playing Hawaiian music before. Now they're playing baseball. Let's beat it before they hit.
My name is Cody Hill. My favorite baseball team is the Braves.
My name is Victor Moro, and my favorite team is the Chicago Cubs. My name is Rustin Giotto, and my favorite food is spammucil.
My name is Michael Nora, and my favorite food is Loco Moco.
My name is Kaeo Nuji, and my favorite food is salmon.
My name is Dewey Watson, and my favorite food is Kahlua pork.
My name is Darren Lancaster, and my favorite baseball player is Bryce Harper.
My name is Colin Angel, and my favorite artist is Bruno Mars.
My name is Kiko Aquino. My favorite actor is Eddie Murphy.
My name is Colin Sakamoto, and my favorite baseball player is Will Smith. My name is Jonathan Smithson, and my favorite food is spam quesadilla.
My name is Tal Bristol, and my favorite baseball player is Mookie Betts.
My name is Brennan Tomas, and my favorite player is Nestor Cortez. My name is Isaiah Wong, and my favorite app is TikTok.
And today's lineup brought to you by PNC Bank. Oh, Final has got 3 home runs. He will lead things off. They all have the ability to put it over the wall. Wong in the 8th spot has got a home run. And Jess Mendoza, Colorado, jump here, high above home plate, Molly. And Julie Tati and Sebastian Salazar with the interviews. We're set 1-0 after the top of the first, and here comes Hawaii, a team that has been the most dominant in every facet. Shamar Jacobus, Matt Pizza Harris, and soccer, first pitch on the corner. For a long time, soccer was the sport to Curacao, and then Hensley Newlands made it to the majors, and there was a seismic shift on the island to baseball. Now they share the stage with soccer. It's baseball and soccer, as Kyle said, so many of the kids that learn the game at 4, stick with it for a long time. You get a whole bunch of major leaguers from Curacao. Go high, 1 ball, 1 strike.
18 major leaguers from a country that has 150,000. It would be like having 18 historical major leaguers from Huntsville, Alabama.
Yep. One ball, 2 strikes. Pennsylvania was here, Hollidaysburg. Chase Link was on that team. They were very good. They drew huge crowds, 120 miles away versus the 9,800 miles away. But Pioneer and Link, the biggest home run hitters. 1-2, and slow enough, and too high, or even up at 2-2. Nicole Pioneer played second yesterday. He was outstanding. This by much, now we're full 3-2. Finals 5'8", 129. Chance to beat Mike Trout last year during the Little League World Series Classic, because the highlight of his baseball life. He may have another one, high and deep down the line and left and gone. His 4th home run of the Little League World Series, and the 1-0 deficit has been erased. That was a no 245 feet over the hedge.
Oh, look at this, too. 3-2 count. That was the 13th home run for Hawaii, that's fourth. Looking Kikekoa Painal, and he gets a pitch just up in the zone, knows it right away. No one in the stadium didn't know it as soon as it was hit. It's just got a different sound coming off of their bats, and we've seen it a ton, especially the last 2 weeks here in Williamsport.
Good answer. Here's Kama Angel for his pitch, misses away. Mike Trout would be very proud of what he just saw the leadoff man Painal do. That's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Not just leadoff man, you mentioned this year, last year, he's the leader of this team, and what Hawaii has to do is respond. They do it with their first batter.
Welcome back to pitching for Shamar Jacobus.
An easy task, I don't care who you are, but especially for a kid that has not thrown a pitch in the time here at Williamsport. It's early though.
There's another one, deep to right field. Paredo at the wall, it's gone. Angel, back-to-back with Painal. Here comes Hawaii to celebrate at home again. They lead it 2-1. Wow.
Nobody's hit more in this tournament. And they're showing you why right away. Kikekoa Painal hit his fourth to start this one on a 3-2 fastball. And now Kama Angel, who has already gone deep in this Little League World Series, does it again. Hands in the right spot, drops the head right on it. This one didn't get out by as much as Kikekoa's, but it got out by enough.
Also spread out the box, too. You see that? I mean, he wasn't sure. He got going quick, but 5 feet, it clears it.
Now we just kind of got to slow some heartbeats out on the mound.
Of course.
Been thinking about this one since I told him he was going to start yesterday. And it's going to do more than slow heartbeats. We're going to make a move.
Yeah, this was the other guy they seriously considered starting. He's the lefty, Jaylord Emparedor. He just watched the ball fly over his head. Weird. Hey, Hawaii has done this before. We've seen multiple home runs in an inning. And for Kama Angel, it's not only the homers, of which he has 2. He's now 8 for 16. He's hitting .500 at the Little League World Series. Just said it. They sound differently, so we'll go to break and we'll hear them. First it was Kikekoa Painal. A no-doubter with a hook down the line and left 245 feet. And then look at that.
Go down and get it. Back-to-back, Kama Angel following it up. Here's how it goes up 1-0. Hawaii responds. First 2 batters, and now they're up 2-1. They're not done yet.
Feet to hit a ball over the wall here at Raleigh. It's not that easy. When we used to have 13-year-olds, it was a little bit easier, but still not easy. Honolulu has 2 already, their first 2 hitters. They have 14 homers. That's the second most by any team over the last 10 years. We haven't gotten to arguably the biggest threat. Kid coming up now, Jared Lancaster, who was in the home run derby last year.
The rest of the other teams, all 19 teams, have 19 total. I don't think they're going to catch him today, but they're pretty good run so far.
You never know. Got a chance to see Jay Emparedor. He'll face Lancaster, first guy for him. And he goes way off speed. Ball 1 there, so comfortable in this batter's box. It's not a home game, but boy, it feels like they're home field. Have you ever had back-to-back homers to start a Little League World Series championship game? 2 balls and a strike. Daniel Everett insisted after he was questioned why he left Rankin in a 6-1 game. He said, I got 5 legitimate pitchers that we can use. This was one of them. But before the game, when I asked their staff, the secret weapon or anyone else, are they anywhere near what Davy J was? And they acknowledged, no. Davy J's different. Right now, the different guy is in center field. 2-2. Just turning in back-to-back home runs to start the bottom of the first for Hawaii. Next one to Lancaster. The ground is short. Wheel. He'll have to throw quick when he does. Nice play by James Wheel. What do you got, Julie?
Ready, I am indeed with the home run hitters' moms. Melanie, Payanol, sorry. It's only, or papaya, yes. That's an inside joke from before. Angel's mom, Cowie. Okay, we're getting this. We're only 2 weeks into this. We can do this, people. Oh, mamas, how about that? 4 for Kakoa here. How are you feeling, Mel?
Unbelievable. I can't even imagine. Last year he had 1 and this year he's got 4. But you know, the entire team worked very hard. Every single one of them. And they all have it in them to do a home run. They do.
I think I heard the boys saying that Angel's hitting 500 in this series. How do we feel about that?
Wonderful. You know, my son is living his best life, playing baseball that he loves. His coaches, his families are amazing. Like, it's wonderful to be
Deep left field, Cordelia is there to make the play, but he fooled a lot of us. I'm not sure it ever felt like he knew where that was, but he was on it the whole way, and he had such a great diving catch yesterday. Jason makes a good play there.
And you don't see balls hit this high very often. I mean, it might be right to you, but you lose it when it's hit that high. I don't care if it's day or night. Again, just that sound in general makes you want to run back.
Thank you, Julie. It's a tough job here for Sebastian and Julie today because when Hawaii's up, it's a threat.
Every time.
No, you could have asked 2 questions in the ball flight.
Did Jules start working on our home run call? Break right into it.
Here's another guy, Koen Sakamoto. Got a homer here. He's been their most dominant pitcher.
Most RBIs on the team, too. Grand slam, home run, both semifinals against Tennessee. 9 RBIs total in the tournament. Back in 5th, he was back in 6th. He only moved up 1 spot.
Yep. 2 home runs for Sakamoto. Almost bounced in the dirt. Great part about the kids from Curacao, they're not going to be intimidated. They know what Hawaii is capable of. They've seen it for a week and a half. Now they just have to deal with it. Plus 46 run differential for Hawaii. You like the breaking ball here? What do you say?
I think his stuff looks pretty good. Parador comes in, gives him a look from the left-hand side instead of the right-hand side. Velocity's a little bit better. If he's going to have success, though, over the course of the next 4 or 5 innings, the breaking ball is going to need to fly. Because we've seen this offense, and you can't go up there with just one attack.
A.J. Rucker, the center fielder, is shaded well towards right field. There's a ton of room, as you can see there, in left center field and down the line in left. 2-2 to Sakamoto. Got him swinging, ball dropped. They'll have to go to first. Now he's waiting to throw, and he waited too long, Emery Hansen. Sakamoto ran right down that baseline, and whether he was inside it or not, you can see Hansen wasn't willing to throw it. He was going to hit him.
Watch the arm angle. So for Emery Hansen, he kind of drops down and throws it. And if you're going to do that as a catcher, this is the one you want to throw in foul territory. This is when you want to start yelling outside, 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 as opposed to inside. To get the first baseman on that side, it makes the throw a lot easier. With that low slide, if it's not in the right spot, it's going to tail right back into the runner.
So strikeout, and they give an error to Hansen. That's a play, right? You see the catcher 2 steps to the right or 2 steps to the infield. He didn't do that.
One or the other. You just got to figure out a way to clear yourself from the line so the runner doesn't figure into the throwing it.
We'll see if Hawaii capitalizes on the error. Brendan Tomas, the left fielder. Ball 1. Tomas hasn't hit the ball over the wall, but he's been hit 3 times in this tournament. 7 for 5. Maybe that's why his favorite athlete is Mike Tyson. To take a punch. Good one on the corner. Ball 2 strikes now. With 2 down, runner at first. Back-to-back homers to start this inning. Kole Payanov is third of the World Series. Comic Angel is second. They removed the error, so just a strikeout. So no error. He got him chasing too. Good job by Corredor as he came in after back-to-back homers.
Here they are. Kole Payanov, fourth of this Little League World Series, and tied it. Buddy Comic Angel comes up next. One righty, one lefty, both with the same result. On the books in the championship game. It's 2-1 Hawaii.
Profar, and really prior to Bam Bam Ullins, Hensley Ullins, who's now an assistant hitting coach for the Yankees, players will tell you they didn't have a lot of scouts go over and look at the players, but Ullins changed everything. As a result, they get a lot more eyeballs on the kids that are growing up playing baseball. And as a result, so many of them now major leaguers. Sebi, it is a baseball man island.
Absolutely, and my Papi Amento isn't perfect, but I can give you a little bit of context to what Jurickson Profar and Jonathan Schoop were saying there. Profar wishing the guys all the success in the world. He knows they're on fire. Keep giving their all, and he knows they'll come home champions. It was a similar message from Jonathan Schoop. I don't know if you caught it in there, though. Towards the end, there was a tuma. That's a Papi Amento equivalent to like let's go or vamos in Spanish. It's usually accompanied by a big fist pump after a big hit. Let's see if we get some tumas here from the boys from Pabao.
Yeah, they need some now, down 2-1. We got Sebi riled up. He's ready.
Tuma. Like I said. He's going to have Papi Amento down, though, I bet, by that game.
He's got a great mind for language, no question about it. And I heard him say during the earlier game, this is his favorite event. He's been to some events now. He's covered some major soccer events. And anybody that gets a chance to visit Williamsport for the Little League World Series, you may leave feeling the exact same way that Sebastian feels. That's down the middle on a 3-0 pitch. Acosta was taken the entire way. He's 5 for 15, 3 RBI on the tournament.
It's from both sides of the plate. You don't see that very often at this age.
Lancaster battles back, full count. And Austin, leadoff man is aboard. Sunday night, Atlanta, St. Louis. The Braves and the Cardinals finishing up their 3-game set. Nolan Arenado, congratulations to the Arenados. Just had a baby. First game back after the baby, 4 for 4. He's got his daddy muscles working. Good news too, Austin Riley, third baseman for Atlanta, going to be wearing the microphone tonight.
That's a shocker too. He didn't want to do it for a while.
He's come around. Our coverage starts 6 Eastern baseball tonight. Sunday night countdown.
Yeah, you guys have done some really cool stuff with that mic on Sunday night. That is great stuff.
I appreciate that, but the players are the ones who
Yeah.
But you get one, and then all of a sudden they all want to do it.
And one of them is, of course, from Curacao. That's Ozzy Albies, who is outstanding. Slow roll to third. Fair ball out at first base. Umpire made the call. Dennis Williams. There's one down. Get down to second base goes Acosta. Yeah, you're right. Austin Riley now is going to wear it. He's the third baseman for Atlanta. Of course, we had a whole bunch of guys wearing it during the Little League Classic. It was tremendous. The center fielder and right fielder for the Orioles were talking to each other, and when Cedric Mullins' earpiece went out, so he just started talking. It's always great television. So we are grateful for all the players that have done that. Jalen Emperador, the current pitcher for Curacao, swings and throws that foul. Checks is back. Of course, the Little Leaguers that are fortunate enough to get through state and the sectionals and the regionals end up here, and you're leaving with a boatload of great stuff. Gloves, bats, shirts, batting gloves. You may bring your favorite here, but you're generally going to find a new bat to use. Top pitch. Is a little outside, gets the call though. That's another 73-mile-an-hour fastball.
Look at Uchi behind home plate, the way that he handles velocity as this game goes on, because he stole one right there. That is not an easy skill to teach a 12-year-old kid. One, you get hurt back there sometimes. Ball bounces, hit you sideways. Like it is not always a lot of fun. But that ability to frame usually happens a lot later on. He does a really good job of it.
Went to it off speed and fouled it off. So did you, when you were down there talking to coaches, watch at all what Honolulu was doing during their fielding practice pregame? It's very Japan-like. They have like 7 things going on.
I saw multiple baseballs in motion. I did see that.
Heard them in motion. I kept hearing like pop, pop.
They hit a ground ball to the first baseman. He would field and throw to the shortstop covering second. At the same time, a baseball is being hit to the second baseman, and the first baseman would run to cover the bag. So they're always in motion. Swing and a miss. Second out of the inning. Third strikeout for Lancaster.
Perfect. Well, on this is 2 things. It's velocity and its location. The fact that it's elevated, it's so hard to catch up, one, to this level of velocity, and then when it's up in the zone, trying to get the barrel there. By the way, welcome back, go home.
Camera fixed.
Back.
Yep, new camera in there. All one to Alexander Kovacia. He may have made the game-saving play yesterday against Taipei when they had runners at second and third and 2 down early. And he knocked the ball down and threw the runner out at first. That ball gets by, third base, Acosta. So he's 60 feet away from tying this ball game up. Tough play for Uchi behind the plate because it looked like Kovacia was swinging at it, and it may have distracted the catcher. No foul. Over a pass ball. One more of those for a wild pitch. We're tied up again. Very late on 76, so we're seeing an uptick in velocity as Lancaster gets looser and looser.
That's the best number today, isn't it?
Yes. It's because that runner's up third base. You see as the runner gets closer to home, his velocity go up.
Original lineup had David Watson losing third base as the starting pitcher today. We were all under the assumption Lancaster would start. We kind of looked at the at-bats prior and said he's better for this job. That's on the corner. That's caught looking for Kovacia. Tying run will get stranded at third base. Lancaster starting to warm a little bit out there on the mound here in Lombardy. He strikes out 2 in this inning. Struck out 2 in the first 4 in the game. That's the Lightning. The Thunder is coming up when we come back to Williamsport.
Long weekends are for you time. You drilling, you clearing, you planting, and you saving. Do Labor Day your way by shopping at the Home Depot. The $6 your way deal at Burger King is a triple win. Your choice of a bacon double cheeseburger or a rodeo.
Earlier this week, Volunteer Stadium hosted the 4th annual T-Mobile Little League Home Run Derby. Let's hear it for this year's winners. Spike from Marana, Arizona, Lacey Black from Ashland, Kentucky. Over 6,000 boys and girls from across the country participated in local competitions. They entered the championship in Williamsport, each participating league receiving an equipment donation from T-Mobile. Congrats to the winners and congrats to all. With that, Jenny Finch and Hunter Pence, I see there.
Yeah, Lacey Black, Lacey White, put on a show. And now Todd Frazier, we had just as much fun.
The league also wants to extend a special thank you to its official sponsors, Capital One and T-Mobile. They help maintain the strength and leadership of the Little League program. The league would also like to thank its dedicated volunteers who make the program a special experience for millions of children. Congratulations to Steve Keener, the president of the Little League International, Pat Wilson, and all the folks here that make this such a great event. Everybody came back, including the fans, the international teams. A smashing success for the folks here in Williamsport and the millions across the country and the world that get a chance to watch it every year. It'll be Micah Noda, and then Isaiah Wong, 7, 8, 9 due up for Hawaii. 2 balls, no strikes. Close. I want to give away any free bases to the Hawaii kids if you can prevent it. Lionel and Angel, they're starting to pace in that Hawaii dugout, knowing they may get another chance, and it's a leadoff walk for 7-hitter Micah Noda. For Hawaii, they beat Washington 11-1. And then they wiped out New York 12-0, beat Texas 6-0, Tennessee 13-0, and then they got Tennessee again 5-1. That was the 47-2 number that we gave as outscoring your opponent, plus 45 run differential.
47 runs.
There's a lot. This guy's been responsible for 3 of them, 3 RBIs. Isaiah Wong, the first baseman, is relief pitcher gets down to the bullpen. That was Kushandrickson Duran, who's been really good. They see him today. One gets back quickly down into scoring position. Goes Noda. He's going to try for 3. Here's the throw. He's in there. Great hustle. Came off, not a problem. He beat the throw, he's in.
Just like the first inning, David J. Reinke went from home to second on a ball that was not hit very hard out to center field. It was his decision entirely. It's the exact same thing. Good hits at baseman, it gets around, looks, sees that ball still like not been corralled by Emery Hansen, and goes from first to third on a ball to the backstop.
So J.Lu Emperador on the mound taking his time. In from the bullpen comes Duran. The next one to Wong. No time still called because the bullpen battery hadn't yet made it back to safety. Oh, I see what happened.
I think we forgot a mask.
Yeah.
Wouldn't we?
Either that or what's Duran in there?
Ball or a mask. Both tend to come in fairly handy if you're warming a guy up. He's just hanging out. I'm good. Let me know when you're ready.
Can't do it without that. Back to real live action. 1 ball, 1 strike. Isaiah Wong, 3 for 8. And a threat to put one over the wall. He looks at one that things just too far in. 2 balls and a strike. Feels like those are the kind of calls that Emperador is going to have to get. So if the strike zone shrinks, it gives these big kids a chance to really whack at it. 2 balls and a strike. Five substitute players for Hawaii. Dangerous pitch, 3-1. First and third, Little League World Series about to end, which means the 54th U.S. Tennis Open is about to start. Tomorrow, 11 straight hours of coverage on ESPN. We'll start at noon Eastern Time. Medvedev and Coco Gauff's matches will be seen. And our primetime 7 Eastern match, Serena This is a tournament that likely will be dedicated in so many ways to Serena as she is preparing to end her tennis career. 4 hours of coverage on ESPN2. Serena squares off against Danka Kovinovic. 7 to 11 Eastern. As always, you can watch every point streaming live on the ESPN app.
Venus and Serena are teaming up. They did doubles and stuff.
Yeah.
14 or 15 career Grand Slam titles from a double standpoint.
Looking directly at catcher Hansen, who is in some ways partly responsible for not getting over there to get that ball quick enough. And just kind of a wake-up call. We're facing a good team, we gotta throw strikes. Gotta get our head wrapped around this. Ducci is a threat to bunt there with runners at first and third. He's the 9-hole hitter, and then Pionol, a home run hitter, due up next. Nobody out, first and third. And hit him too. Boy, what a funky inning for Curacao. He has thrown 10 pitches this inning, and one of them have been a strike. And now, the crowd recognizes who's coming to the plate. 4 home runs in the World Series. Also recognizing it is the manager for Curacao, Zeno Everett. They're no longer warming in the bullpen. We're going to start pitching in this game. So they've tried Jamar Jacobus. They went to Emperador. Now they're going to try Q Sondrickson Duran. Pitcher number 3. Little League World Series title game. Hawaii has them loaded, nobody out, and their best home run hitter coming up.
What?
Deep down the line and left and gone. There's another one deep to right field. And Paredes at the wall, and it's gone. Back-to-back homers started this thing. We've now used 3 different pitchers. And that's how Hawaii has been most of this Little League World Series. Walked through there before the game. They had music going. The heads were bouncing and they were dancing, and they're feeling real good about their chances. Welcome to the game. Q Sondrickson Duran, bases loaded. Pionol. Sky high pop up. Hansen the catcher. Here comes the third baseman and goes right off the screen. It's close.
You got like 8 seconds of airtime. It's just different. It's not just Pionol. He's got 4 home runs here. And look at Sondrickson Duran getting his first look.
That's a good pitch on the inside corner. He's ahead 0-2. Careful with the runner on third. We're up in the zone. Good pitch. He's pitched well. Yeah. It's a complete game against Cuba. His distant cousin, Jason Momoa.
Your job has become a cop in this dream moment is to one day meet Kenley Jansen. He wants to pick his brain about pitching. Started as a soccer player, switched over to baseball. Just a couple years ago, super shy. Isn't even the quietest on the team.
1-2. Propped up. This is going to be a hard play. Provacio, big goal, Provacio. Ooh, he stabbed it coming in from third. Here's the throw. He can tag him. He is safe. And it's 3-1. Good hustle. Mike
That's good all the way around, because you said it earlier, that is a tough play for any Little League second baseman, but this ball gets above the roof. This is way up there. We just talked about it just a minute ago, height of fly balls, but then the mindset around third base, and Mike Onoda, who took the extra base earlier in this inning, and comes in to score on the second line.
This is also the respect of the outfielders. That's Acosta's ball, the right fielder, all the way, but he's literally standing with his back to the wall. So normally he makes that catch, they don't attack and score. But because second base has to go back and get that, it's almost impossible to throw there and come back around.
Understand, Hawaii is averaging 2 runs per inning. In this game, I mean, for the World Series, they have played 50 innings. I mean, they've played 25 innings at the plate, 50 runs have scored.
It's two per inning.
2 per inning, yeah. And a 2-0 comma Angel, who already has a homer. 2-1. Grant is moving the ball around really well. I know this is such a massive guy to get out, but it's not easy here with Angel and then Lancaster, who is on deck. Will maybe roll the double play, get out of it. Or a line shot to center field. Marquez got a good arm. He's coming in. Here comes Wong. Here's the throw. Offline, number 1. RBI for Angel. That's his second for 1 Hawaii.
I know we love talking about the home runs. Look at the location of this pitch with 2 strikes. This is a pitcher's pitch. It's actually low and away. It goes down and gets this. This isn't your home run swing. This is get my barrel to the ball with 2 strikes kind of swing. Following the ball, you see it running away from the barrel, but he follows it to find outfield, get Hawaii around the board.
A little bit like the Astros, like a Brantley, just really sweet swing from the left side. Now Lancaster. Anxious eye, hanging breaking ball.
This is also to me what stands out with the coaching on this team because yes, they hit the long ball, they understand the bus. You'll see different swings depending on the situation.
Lancaster into the back. Cordelia not going to get there. That's going to bring in another run. Nucci would score, and a single and an RBI for Lancaster. Cordelia was so deep, respecting the power, he had no chance to make the play. And another, it's 5-1.
That's one of the things you got to be careful about too with defensive positioning is, you know, you're not going to rob a lot of home runs, and so you get too deep, there's not as much of an advantage maybe where there is right here. You also know that with that swing of Jaron Lancaster, so often the ball goes further than that. He just didn't barrel it up, pick it off the end. And Jathan Cordelia, who's made some awesome plays in left field, just didn't have enough time to get there.
I mean, I get it. I get why they're so far back because of how hard Hawaii hits the ball.
I get it. I just don't know if I'm playing quite on the track like they were a few other times.
Bailey Watson. Good pitch inside, strike 1. And you're right. You're not going to run a lot of homers, but we've seen 2 of them on this field. 2 homers taken away. Davey J yesterday, Corey Kahn did it from Pearland, Texas. Good pitch, but that gets away from the catcher, and the throw to third is not going to be in time. Joe Madden always said, respect 90, and that was his thing. You've got to make sure you respect each base, and they have given away, in this Little League World Series, it's 60 feet, so the respect of 60 is something you can just hear Joe emphasize. Respect 60. And Sendrell could bring in 2. Great pitch. Knocked him up and a strikeout. So we figure, all right, we're good. We got through the 4-hole hitter. And here comes Koen Sakamoto, who leads the Little League World Series with 9 RBIs. This one's playable. Cordelia He's there. He makes the play. I'm not thinking the back. Hawaii is doing Hawaii things. They scored 2 in the first, 3 in the second. You're looking for love. Give me a little high five here. Give it up. Come on now. Nope. Come on now. Who else? Anybody? Come on. No, all right. I'll just dance.
Just going to dance that way.
Long weekends are for you, Tom.
To ABC's coverage of the Little League World Series presented by T-Mobile. Little League gave out their award to their community heroes, so they want to recognize them, and we'd like to do the same. Keith Barnes, league president for the Maybe Johnson Little League in Washington, D.C. Ali Guerrero volunteers third time to the youth in the league and to the community at large by overseeing their opening day festivities. Evangeline LaRosa, 10-year-old, took action and sent a handwritten letter to the mayor trying to get support for more fields and softball fields as well. Kristen Roca, a special needs teacher for preschool-aged children, also spends her time as the coaching coordinator for Atwater Little League in California. Mike Sneed helped launch the Girls Pitching Machine League to find new ways to bring the community together. Becky Kegley, who is now Picture League president, Lewis County, Kentucky Little League, her mission to make sure all the children within the league have a fun and memorable experience on and off the field. We mentioned this earlier, the Jack Loesch Sportsmanship Award given to the team from Nolensville, Tennessee. Congratulations to all of them. Joe and Fricka Loesch present that award. And that's a big one. You know, you obviously got a great team, and most of these kids are terrific kids who get along with everybody. And Nolensville, Tennessee recognized today. You know, we come here, we focus on the 20 teams. How about 6,500 leagues that participate around the world? Most of those kids have their eyes on Normandy this time of year with their brothers, sisters, parents, uncles, grandparents, etc., saying to themselves in their 5, 6, 7, maybe someday. And that's what all these kids said years ago. Maybe someday. Today is their day.
Cordelia, who's up to bat right now, one of my favorites that has been here. And this Curacao team has been a fan favorite, but the defense that he's played, 4'8", 72 pounds. Smallest on the team, they say he's the fastest, biggest heart.
Really good left fielder. Diving catch yesterday.
Don't you think it's kind of hard when you see a ball hit as high as some of these fly balls? Jason is 4'8". When you see him standing out there, you're like, is he really going to catch it? Is he really going to catch it? Just because from a size standpoint, it's so different than Houston. And he catches every one of them that goes out there.
He does it with kind of a flair. He's very calm.
Yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes. So think about it, too. It's Steve from Curacao. Right there with that double to lead off, and then the Acosta walk. They've had the leadoff man on the first 2 innings. It's outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. It says 73 miles an hour. .85 pitch limit before we have to be taken out of the game. Lancaster throwing his 37th. That one is on the corner. Cordelia retired. Julie?
I've got Jared Lancaster, Stan James with me, and I know 5-1 always help calm the nerve. We always check in with the parents before the game. But James, you were very calm with Jared on the mound starting the game. How is that?
You know, he enjoys this, so that's why I'm confident in him. Every game he's pitched that was important, he likes the attention, he likes all the fans, he likes to make everybody happy and have fun. So that's why I was confident. He wanted this.
Where does that come from, you think?
You know, I think, you know, I've coached him since he was like 4 or 5, and he's always been like that. And, you know, I think it's just because I always tell him, have fun and be that guy, be the hero, you know.
So this slick nickname is very on point, apparently.
It is, right on point.
I understand you've been spending a lot of money on ice cream this week as well. Can you tell us what that's about?
So basically, you know, when he comes after the game, he wants ice cream or that Italian ice, but what happens is He ends up, he wants to please everyone and sign autographs, but his ice cream melts, so I end up buying 3 or 4 of them. But he's really particular. He wants it hard and fresh. He doesn't want it melted, so I gotta, it's worth it. Makes everybody happy.
That's what happens when you're the man. Hey, enjoy this tournament. Fun to watch him all week.
Thank you so much.
Lancaster Slick has been great. And there's some others in that family. He's got several siblings. 9-year-old, 7-year-old, 4-year-old. Swing and a miss. He got the big guy, Davy J. Reinke. 6 strikeout for Jaron Lancaster.
That's the first time we've seen some emotion from Jaron Lancaster, too. He's fist pumping, high-fiving himself because this was the bat. This is the first hit of the game coming from Davy J. Reinke. Does a nice job of spotting the outside corner 3 consecutive times to get the biggest bat in this lineup out on 3 strikes.
And it always happens. Ultimately, there are stars on each team. They tend to recognize the other stars on the other team. They'll talk with each other, exchange phone numbers, etc., whatever it is that 12-year-olds exchange now to communicate with each other. So, yeah, he knows that was an important out. Swinging this here from Jake Luisa. And the go-ahead RBI Saturday and Thursday. The game-tying run. He's 5 for 9 coming off the bench as a substitute hitter. Beats that one to third. Ding Watson dropped it, throws to first. Good speed. Luisa beat it out as it came flying out of Marvin Watson.
That's good speed, man. He got out of box in a hurry. First time getting up there, you're facing mid-70s. 2 hops for third base. For third base, David Watson thought he had it, but bare hands it, gets rid of it as soon as he can. Luisa was flying that ball because when he saw the crowd, knew he had a great chance. He's on there. It's a 2-out base runner for Curacao.
Oh, legs get done.
And one of the spokesmen for Curacao is Jacob Wheel. Fabulous interview post-game. Very well thought on all of his answers. It's great. It's beautiful.
He was the one that, well, like I said the other day, like I said previously, he referred back to his other interviews that have taken place.
Foul ball, Jules. Oh, Sandy, I'm sorry.
Well, I got a chance to hang out with Jalen actually Saturday before the tournament. So I know you think Julie's the only one that gets the keys to the swaggin', but I got to do an interview with Jalen. As I'm dropping him off at the Grove, we're looking over Lombardy. He says, what do I got to do to get there? I go, well, if you win enough games, you get there. He looked at me and said, if. When, brother? When? So he's confident, all right?
He does play with a lot of confidence. He exudes it at the plate. Now he's got a runner in scoring position on a wild pitch. They had an error and a wild pitch. Luisa goes to second. Pitched in that Mexico game, gave up a run, and he said afterwards, after that first run, no more. No more. I knew that. No more.
That's what he was telling himself. Said to myself, no more.
He will not allow another run.
He delivered. It was a 2-1 win.
Many things love about this Curacao team is they do not hide what they're thinking, what they're feeling. Here we go. Lay it all out there.
2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hawaii's got a 5-1 lead at the top of the third.
Oh, battling. That was a pitchy miss, too. Seeing that elevated velocity could be a tough one to catch up to. Now you're seeing Wheel shorten up a bit. He's battling. He wants this one.
Takes a lot of his athletic cues from Steph Curry. So I love Curry's mentality, which of course is to just destroy the opponent. Dagger threes, pop back up, then on a play. Grandma played softball at a very high level in Curacao. And his uncle was in the 2004 Little League World Series, told him, let's not be nervous, let's just play ball. There's Reinhardt, his dad. Swing, good pitch, no punch up. He comes bouncing off the mound. He strikes out 3 in the inning. He's got 7 in the game. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Hawaii had scored 5 in the first 2. We'll see what they come up with when they come to play at the Little League World Series.
Long weekends are for you, Todd. You drilling, you clearing, you planting, and you saving. Do Labor Day your way by shopping at the Home Depot.
The BK $5 Your Way meal is here to satisfy your cravings. Enjoy a savory Southwest Bacon Whopper Jr. with small fries, 4-piece crispy nuggets, and a small drink. The $5 Your Way meal with Southwest Bacon Whopper Jr. only at Burger King.
75 years. For 75 summers and counting, Williamsport has celebrated our national pastime and the pure, innocent joys of childhood. Over the years, new stars rise, emotions run high, and a legacy of laughter and community spirit grows. Time passes, memories age, but everyone stays young at the Little League World Series.
75 years since Carl Stotts. Really about 80 years since Carl Stotts had the idea of how do we get my nephews to play a little bit more organized baseball than just run around the yard. So he branched out a little bit, got some friends and relatives, and all of a sudden Little League was born. 75 years after the first Little League World Series, Carl Stotts Field still is there. And over the years it has blossomed into that and Volunteer Stadium. Lift up all the symbols, catch all the excitement from the Little League Baseball and Softball World Series tournaments. Visit the virtual fan zone experience. Visit littleleague.org/fanzone. Got the swag and ready to roll here. Yep, tighten up the button on a little bit. Get that thing cooking. Maybe Sebastian Angeli rolling it together.
Yeah. See that 6 feet one more time.
Rustin Hioto. Ouch. He got it. Great hit batter by the pitchers from Curacao. Q will go over and make sure that Hioto was okay with a little high five. That, of course, was one of the more viral moments of this Little League World Series year. We had Jarvis. Oklahoma went over and hugged him. Pitcher Daniel hit him. They flew Isaiah here to the Little League World Series. All right, Collier, pitcher, what do we got going on here? Breaking ball that's not breaking?
First one was a fastball. Just want to do something different. I don't know. I mean, listen, and you see this with a lot of Little League kids. Hawaii climbs on top of the plate. They are going to get right up on top of the plate. And the one thing that you can't do is give away the inside part of the plate. You still got to be able to use all 17 inches of home plate. However, if you go in and miss, the margin for error is minimal, and it's now 2 pitches and 2 hit Hassman here in the third.
Al Purcell will bat now. He's had a good Little League World Series. 3 for 6. Still roll to second. First base unoccupied. They go to the second base back, and they do get him. And they may take a look at that one. It was a slow developing play. Provacia threw it to Wheel. Hawaii's coaching staff said, you stay there. And they look for a review here.
I thought he was safe. I thought he got to the bag. Not seeing it in slow motion, but because his ball was hit slow.
Just because I think the front foot was up in the air.
You've seen it a few times. Instead of going straight in.
I'll let you guys debate that one.
You want to jump in this one, right?
Just want to get in the middle of this. See, he would have been safe if his front foot was straight, but I do think you're right. I think you go. I hate seeing it.
Which part? You're right?
You're right.
You're right.
It was a really good decision, though. by Provacia because I don't think he had enough time to wait for his first baseman to get back to first base.
Yeah, see, Hinkle was off the bag.
Yeah. And if he pauses at all, then he's got zero chance to get anybody out on that.
Yeah.
Immediately spun to go to second. It was his best chance to get it out. I think he just might have got it.
It's a really important call because bases loaded and nobody out. Very different than first and third, one out, especially where we're at in this game. 5-1. There is the 10-run rule after 4 innings. And if Hawaii gets their 3.5, they obviously wouldn't bat to the bottom of the 4th. They have put 2 runs up in the first, 3 more in the second.
Oh, that's close.
Maybe one of those where, again, the call on the field has to have enough evidence to be overturned.
That's it.
I don't know.
Action.
I don't know I didn't see that the first 2 times he threw it. I was just looking for the ball on the slide. But I'm not certain that the back foot was like that.
Still know, again, if there's enough to overturn it. And the call is out, so again, maybe that was the case. They looked at it for a while. So it is first and third, 1 down. Ino's got a bat now. Bat in the 9 spot, and then Payal and Angel are going to get another chance. See if they can keep them off the board here in the bottom of the 3rd. Oh, got away. And you thought, Little League, I'll get away to get a runner on first. You kind of want to force some action. Maybe Hansen throws down. The runner breaks from 3rd. Didn't happen there.
It's all about you. Purcell didn't beat it.
It is Tal Purcell at first. Rustin Giotto is at 3rd base. I think Cordelia and company have listened. He is really shallow in left field. Understanding who's as well. He's real shallow. Balls and strike. Love Kobe Ino. Just a helmet, 4'9", 84 pounds. 3 balls and a strike. And he's a point guard in basketball. He likes to cross people up. Basketball clinics. He has played with a lot of confidence. He thinks he can out-dribble Kyrie Irving. Love Kobe. He's gone. That's now bases loaded, and Payal back up in that same situation. And you can't help but reflect on that decision to leave Davey J. Reicha in a game they led 6-1. Clearly they were determined if we're up by 8, we'll take them out, and maybe, if we're lucky enough, use them again over the weekend.
Pero este otro tu base walkie. No sa actitud que se cambia de enviar. Sí, no, este otro tu base. Mundo ako play pa mi. Mundo ako play pa mi ng sali. Tinibala mo. Oh, tinibala mo scared. Mami.
Good double play out of that.
Sure did.
That'd be pretty helpful right now if you're Curacao. I would be very wary of the first pitch because that is what Keiko Payal will do. He will hunt something right away if he likes it.
He has 4 home runs in the tournament. They are the number 7 RBI. There's no place to put him. And Kama Angel, who's got a home run. A single RBI is on deck. It's 5-1. His dad, Aaron, tells you he likes to please people. He knows that a big fly here would be very pleasing to all the folks rooting for Hawaii. He got hit. That's going to bring in another run. And you can see the shoulders slump from Kushandrickson Duran. Pitching has really let Curacao down today.
We're just seeing the ramifications of losing that game with Panama, having used so much of their staff, Rav, to get to this point. And obviously, BBJ Radka, I know we keep saying it, the best arm in this tournament by far. Playing center field. He's ineligible to pitch today.
And coming into this game, Curacao only walked 9 guys in 7 games. 7 games they had played, 9 walks, they had hit 4. Already hit at least 4 today. Let's bring this in.
Yeah. 5 in the game. Here is Angel. Strike 1 in the corner. Gotta get out of this in a 6-1 game in the bottom of the 3rd. Ground ball to second. Wheel is so far in the hole, it would be real hard to double up anybody. Swing and a miss there. He's ahead 0-2 now. But what he did last time up, drove one to left center. International champion Curacao, the United States champion Honolulu, Hawaii. And the Angel sign ready to bounce again. 0-2. Will not chase. Good eye. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2. Pinch run for by Pyle. Well, he's in first. Talk about spreading around the wealth. Each of the first 5 Milwaukee batters now have 2 or more homers. These are the top 5.
Half their team has home runs here, 7 of the 14.
2-2 on the way to Angel. Slow one is fouled straight back.
Givers.
About how the pressure is never on any one of them because of that. A lot of times we see 1 or 2 kids in a lineup that can do that. This one, it's the entire lineup.
Didn't get the call the inside. We're full 3-2.
That's a good idea, though, because
and he looks like he's in some real game. Down on the mound now is Kushandrickson Duran. Athletic trainers will rush out there to see him. I didn't notice anything on the throw. The pitcher for Curacao is laying down on the pitcher's mound. Sitting up, and the doctors and trainers that are out there communicating with him. good news is he swatted it off under his own power. Got to get a report as to exactly what it was that caused him to go down. We'll continue in a 6-1 game at the World Series.
I get all.
Welcome back. A lot of very concerned folks right now for Shandrickson Duran, who went down on the mound. Sebastian Salazar down there trying to get the latest. This was the last pitch he threw. It appeared as if anything was hurting right there. Maybe at that point his elbow started to hurt. Then he said, I need to sit down. And all of the issue would be speculation. But watch that left hand there. He's sort of looking at that elbow of his, and that's all we have to go on, and that's hardly anything. So we'll wait to see what Sebastian says. The new pitcher is going to be Joshua Acosta. Pitcher for yesterday, who's really good, has now moved into right field. Leangelo DeCoster.
Acosta's been out there already in this Little League World Series. 2 innings, walked 1, struck out 1. Gave up a hit, did not give up a run.
So as Acosta continues to warm, let's remind everybody, we just talked about the U.S. Open tennis. College football is back too in a big way. Top matchups of the day. Highlight the ABC College Football Week 1 lineup. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Georgia Bulldogs. They square off at 3:30 Eastern time. The Chick-fil-A kickoff game. Mercedes-Benz in Atlanta, 7:30 Eastern. And then Notre Dame, number 5, takes on number 2, Ohio State. The Shoe in Columbus. The Saturday night football game presented by Capital One. Both games available on the ESPN app. He's going to assume a 3-2 count with the bases loaded. And Kama Angel still up. And he rips one fair ball down the line. This may clear them all. Is in, rounding third, coming home, and to third, the throw goes and tagged out there. But a base-clearing double. And it's 9-1, Kama Angel continues to pile up RBIs. He now has 5 in the game.
5 RBIs in the game. 3 hits in 3 innings, including the home run that he had back in the first inning. And we've seen him kind of do it all different ways. Up the middle, home run, this one right down the right field line. And, you know, after that delay, 3-2 count, kind of just sit in middle, hoping that all he's going to do is throw a strike. Clears the bases, tries to get to third. It's thrown out. Another big hit from Hawaii.
Two down, Lancaster. Second base, go get it. And off the glove of Provacia. Almost looked like he may have taken his eye off it. And things are continuing to spin a little quick right now for Curacao.
I'll tell you what they did really well on that last place at the cutoff, man, because it allowed them to get an out. If you blow that one past the cutoff, man, there's going to be, well, in this case, somebody else would have scored on that play. So they did at least get it out on a double down the right field line, but that one they wanted to get him off the field.
Kicked away, moving down to second base. It was Lancaster. It's 9-1. Bottom 3, the most dominant team that we have seen on the American side in a long, long time. Continues to put up massive runs. It's done by not only the top 2 or 3. Look at the bottom of the order today. They've all scored. They've all been on base. So whatever Gerald Oda and Keith Oda and Louis Cato are doing, I'm not sure you can emulate it, but it works. Think about what Honolulu has done. Their first appearance in Williamsport was in 2018. Since 18, they have won 14 of 15 games. That's a .933 winning percentage. They check into the hotels. They don't leave until the event ends.
Chamber of Commerce likes it when they show up. Parents are going to be here the full 2 weeks.
They bring a ton with them. The support that's here. Nick Rose. He was the first jersey to sell out. Everyone that is here as a fan kind of jumps on board with this team.
Threw it behind him. Lancaster takes advantage of that.
Not only is how good they are, but honestly, just that aloha feel that they have. You saw the shot of the jersey, we over me. I mean, that's culturally something that any interview with the parents that we saw, with the players, it's all about everyone else and not yourself. That's almost near impossible with 12-year-olds. The selflessness that the Odas and Nicholas Kato have definitely ingrained into this team.
Unfortunately, that's the fourth hit batter of this inning. So Zeno Everett, who told us how many pitchers they can go deep, that struggled to find the right chord. He's looking around the field, wondering, like, who else can I try? Jonathan Sniffen will bat here with runners at first and third. Sniffen is a left-handed pitcher. He's been used a few times. The hand would have to resort to him because there's Sakamoto and Lancaster, but there's a lot of upside on this guy when he's on the mound.
Yes! Hit it!
Curacao needs to get off the field and get back into the batter's box without giving up any more. Really good pitch there. He was way ahead of that in his thought to swing, and then he realized, I'm not going to be able to hit this. One and two. Oh my gosh, he hit him again. That's the fifth hit batter, working on a breaking pitch. And the bases are loaded. Of course, Little League, one team's got a lead of 15 or more after the third inning. 10 or more after the fourth, or 3.5 in the case of today. If Hawaii were to have that, we wouldn't see the bottom of the fourth. This is certainly a guy that can hit one over the wall. Rustin Piotto. He was one of the 5 kids hit by a pitch in this inning. Ripped. Fair ball. Down the line, that one goes. Lancaster scores easily. Wants it in. Touching third. Coming home. Another 3-run double. It's 12-1 Hawaii. Rustin Piotto. They have just won them the World Series.
Kyoto. Again, look at the pitch location, down and out. This is not a strike. The aggressiveness of these Hawaii hitters, the confidence that they have, I mean, they are hunting for anything that is close. A nice job here from Kyoto. We saw a big home run from him yesterday. Coming off the bench, his second at bat, he got hit his last one. Now he gets his bases clearing double. Might just put this game away.
Ball one to Luke Hiramoto. A very bizarre inning with the hit batters, pitching injury, just the onslaught of Hawaii bats.
8 of the 12 runs have scored via some form of free pass. Those runners were put on either based on a walk or hit bats. Can't do that against this team.
The run differential coming in was 45. Now it's 56. They've outscored their opponents by.
All-time record's 57.
Center field, Davey J. Wetler. He's there, but Curacao is going to have to score a bunch. They are down 12-1. They need at least 2 to keep this game going. And Lancaster has other ideas. 5 hit batters, 2 wild pitches in error, and 2 3-run doubles in the inning. Welcome back, everyone, for the best coverage of the game. Let's go in for a closer look. The UmCam presented by T-Mobile 5G.
How you doing, my friend? Tail? Yes, nice to see you again. You nervous today? It's all right, me too, buddy. All right, guys, here we go now. Here we go, fight! Hey! Hey!
Myers, thank you very much. And on a warm day here, we remind everybody to find Little League on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at the official handles. At Little League, follow the action, join the conversation with hashtag LLWS. Been that kind of day.
That's another kind of brain freeze.
It's been that kind of day.
I'm surprised KP hasn't done that.
Not yet.
Baseball kind of weather, though.
So the situation is pretty easy to understand. It's 12-1. We're at the top of the 4th inning. Lancaster is on the mound, and Curacao needs to get 2. There's the first pitch in there for a strike. Following an incredible pitching performance, this is one of those you can kind of see coming, just given the dominance. There was no fluke about the dominance of Hawaii offensively through the United States side. It wasn't like, wow, I don't think they're that good. They are that good. Today, Curacao just could not find anybody who could throw strikes. Not enough of them. Be sure Hinkle will try to get things started for Curacao. 1 and 2. Nope. There's 1 down and 2 outs away.
I think to the Curacao point, like they had played really sound baseball up to this point. They threw 3 shutouts in their last 4 games. They weren't hardly walking anybody. The game just out of control a little bit today. You walk 6 or 7 guys, hit about the same number. This is just too good of an offense to do that.
They went up 1-0.
The place was going nuts.
The best start you could ask for.
It's been a rough road. They lost to Panama, and then they went on a streak in which they've won 5 must-win games, including several one-run games. 1-run game Italy, 1-run game Mexico, 1-run game Taipei.
Really played perfect baseball. I mean, KP, to your point, they had to get. You're seeing all those games, and I think all that energy, emotion, everything that they're showing. And it just reaches a breaking point.
Deshaun Bonifacia, after the walk, steps in. Deshaun could get one over the wall. We'd see him bottom of the 4th inning. Lancaster in a quick groove with his pitching numbers, only 62.
Foot, 155 pounds. And the biggest player on this Curacao team.
Mid-70s fastball. We're talking about a number of Curacao players that have played the big leagues, 18 total. But there's 6 currently. And you get the feel with the amount of times that we've seen Curacao teams here at the Little League World Series and continued growth, that number is only going to grow now.
Second baseman, oh, it's off the glove of Miller. They were thinking double pluck in a game ender, but instead Curacao stays alive. Hard hit ball from Bonifacia.
Wants the crowd up after that one. Got down at first base, he has the arms going up in the air. keeps this thing alive. The big man put good swings on a mid-70s fastball.
We'll see more big leaguers because of what the big leaguers do to get back in Curacao. We talked about it yesterday with the baseball week they do in December. They come back, free equipment, every kid 4 to 16 years old. A big part of that, teaching the game of baseball.
To the backstop it goes, the runners to second and third. They're fighting here, which you gotta love. As Emperador now has a chance to keep this thing going with a little hit. Check that to Castro. A little late on that. This is what we've seen from Jaron Lancaster today, too. He will bear down. He's got 8 punch-outs when they were men in scoring position.
He gets in that stretch position, he's staring somebody at third base, the fastball gets a little bit better.
Three, I want this one. Good call. 1 out away. Nine strikeouts for Lancaster. Sean Winkler. And there was some question, I think, at the plate. Did it hit the bat? Did it hit my hand?
He was selling to his coach, though. He wasn't selling the home plate umpire. He was selling to his head coach. Yeah, get on down there.
Jathan Cordelia is the 9-hitter. He's been one of their better players, certainly with the great catch he made in yesterday's game against Taipei. This is literally at its finest right here. The big kid on the mound, little guy at the plate, trying to keep this thing going. Ball high.
That small strike zone too. 4'8". A lot of room to work with.
Lancaster would be looking for his 10th strikeout. He's 1 strike away. How Hawaii on the verge of one of the most dominating performances we've ever seen in Williamsport. Acosta's going to come in. So it's a second run. That's what they needed to do. How about Jathan Cordelia to keep it going? What a hit. It may be a 9-run game. It feels like they just won it.
And it's got to be him that does it too. I mean, this makes my heart so warm to see Jathan Cordelia. He's been the guy with the glove. He saved games in left field, but how about this at bat with 2 strikes? The shakeoffs too, by the way, from Jaron Lancaster, because he wanted fastball out to go right back to the swing and miss. Except this time Cordelia makes the adjustment. Keeps his team in this game.
Yeah, for anyone else, Steph Curry in the celebration at first base.
That little dude, regardless of what happens in the rest of his baseball life, will never, ever forget that moment. As he gave him a chance moving forward.
He's been great. Davey J. Rika. That's outside. 2-0.
Pass the bat to the best player on your team. I mean, you're in the 9-hole. The best hitter, the best player on this Curacao team is Davey J. Rika. He gets another chance.
of a sudden, Darren Lancaster's pitch count goes up. He came off the mound a little awkwardly as well after that one. Now it's 78. Got a green light, KBJ here. 4. This is loaded.
Just how up they got to hit the ball. They got to hit the ball, you got it? Still be in that spot, got it probably, because your pitch count is up already, that's why. Okay? Just focus on the glove, throw it through the chest, got it? Give me a hold your hinge. Let's go, defense, help them up, guys.
You would see a lot of coaches take pitchers out, not Lancaster, not this coaching staff, and obviously it's still a 9-run game.
For honesty, you see a lot of coaches say a lot more words when they went out there. That was pretty straightforward and succinct.
One Jaden Louisa. Miles an hour. With some movement, 96 from the Major League mound. Lancaster wants this inning to end right here. This is the most batters to come up in an inning against Hawaii this year. The previous high was 5. This is the 8th hitter of the inning. Nasty pitch, Lancaster punches out 10, but Curacao up off the mat here. Thanks to Jathan Cordelia. We play on at the Little League World Series. Hawaii 12, Curacao 3, bottom 4 ahead. 22, Little League World Series presented by T-Mobile. Sunday Night Baseball getting set in St. Louis. Looking forward to seeing the Braves and the Cardinals tonight. Mentioned that we'll have the microphone and the earpiece for Austin Riley. Also, was going to be kind of a cool wrinkle. Adam Wainwright during the last few pitches of his warm-up. Going to talk to David Cone as he comes out of the bullpen. Kind of get you into what's going on in his head as he prepares for another Sunday Night Baseball pitching matchup against a really good team. So that'll be a good conversation as Wainwright finishes his warm-up pitches. He'll talk with David Cone. The game's at 7, of course. We'll start at 6 Eastern with baseball tonight. Sunday Night Countdown.
Really had a great piece this morning. Congress with Michael Harris II. As the Braves continue to get young talent. We have the top 3 candidates for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, the talent is right. It's not only young talent, they're like superstar guys. Then they sign on the long-term deals.
Get 3 guys signed past 2030.
This is, they say, a long, nice play, Mr. Bowden.
G-Money. Don't smile. Don't do it.
Let's go, Sam!
He invited Julie and I to play.
Yep. We heard. He did not invite me and Kyle. We all went down there pregame, and he looked at me, and he looked at Kyle, and he saw Jess. Said, "That's who I came to see, not you guys. You guys are good." So Costa now trying to get through the 4th inning. Hawaii has put up crooked numbers in the first 3. 2 in the first, 3 in the second, a 7-piece in the 3rd. Jonathan Cordelia keeps the game going. Haven't had a 10-run rule game in the championship in a long time. Ball was bounced to Hansen. Instead of going backhand, he tried to get around it. I heard Oda say, we're going to be back in Honolulu tomorrow afternoon. All of these kids are already in school. Football has started, whatever sport they're going to play in the fall. Ooh, that was a good one, and it's called a ball, so a walk. Good job. Baseball Tonight, Sunday Night Countdown show in about 50 minutes. You know who's watching this game right now because he likes the Little League World Series so much as our boy Tim Kurkjian. He's going to be doing Baseball Tonight. I think he cried most of the way home when he left here. He was just so sad because he loves the game so much, the kids so much. We'll see if he goes with that brown RIT tie that we got. It was a good look.
Tied it right on his golf shirt. It was a great look. Looked even better.
Red golf shirt.
Yeah.
Center field. David J with a nice read on it. Mioto, who's gone on as a special pinch runner, retreats to first. But in a 9-run game, they need 1. And now you're getting to the top of the order of Lionel, Angel, the big hitters. Lionel, by the way, we're in the 4th inning. He's had a plate appearance in every inning. Four home runs. A 5th would give Hawaii the championship. Kurkjian had the brown tie with yellow stripes and a red shirt. It looked like a McDonald's hamburger. That's what he looked like.
He was proud though.
Yep. The desire of the Curacao kids to throw anything straight now to the kids that are at the top of the Hawaii order is one of the reasons we're seeing all the hit batters and the wild pitches. They know what the result can be if you move a fastball.
The thing is, it's not even so much that the fastballs are crude. I mean, a lot of it hasn't even been mistakes. Hawaii has hit really good pitches, too. I think that's where the fear comes from. Is not even throwing it down the middle. You throw it at their ankles. We've seen high and up and in.
Noah Pine, his 2nd straight year. What his mom said earlier today, last year he was here, hit 1 home run. This year he's hit 4. He's looking to drive 1 in right now, and that would win it for Hawaii.
He won't be the guy. Here comes Angel. The top 2 hitters, Lionel and Angel, today have 8 runs batted in between. We're going to bring in our guy, Jathan Cordelia. There we go.
I'm not afraid.
He's been waiting for this moment.
It's his World Series. It's his moment. Little League World Series on ABC, presented by T-Mobile. You can get coverage beyond the expected. Stream in the air and brought on us so you can stay in the game. 21,000 showed up here in Williamsport today to see the Little League World Series championship game. Feels like we have 21,000 folks that bring this to you at home. Team picture was taken today just outside of Lumley, and thanks to every one of those people and those that were here and are not, and certainly the folks back in Bristol, Stacey Hunt and her great group have nailed it all week and a half. Labor of love, people love this event. Look forward to it every year. Thanks, everybody. Ball one. So Jathan Cordelia has got to prevent Hawaii from scoring a run. How many Angels get 5 runs batted in today? Spin another one on there. He falls behind 2-0. Lancaster is on deck. Mioto is the winning run. He's at second base. So Jalen Wheel, the shortstop's beautiful. Like, he's like a wide receiver. He just goes in motion.
He hit about 8 steps towards second base right before that pitch was thrown.
Sees where the pitch is going to be thrown, then moves based on it. Fastball in for a strike.
like runs.
Yep. By the way, if they ban the shift in Major League Baseball, that may be something we see more often. Defenders moving while the pitch is thrown.
That's very funny.
Now, my Angel 10 for 17, couple of homers, 7 RBIs. 5 of those came today. Three and 2. Winning run at second base. Left field, Chiodo. He steps on third. Here he comes. Throw to third. Waiting on a call. Doesn't matter. He's safe. It would only be the second out. Hawaii wins the World Championship again. They outscore opponents 60-5. One of the most dominant performances we have ever seen in Williamsport. That is their 4th win under the 10-run rule format in 6 games.
All the names that we've talked about for this Hawaii team. I mean, Jared Lancaster being a huge one who pitched today, but Papa Angel has been kind of that secret weapon for Hawaii that doesn't get talked about enough. 6 RBIs in this game against the game winner. Started his night out with an home run, 4 total hits, 2 singles, a double.
Everybody on this Hawaii lineup reached base today. At least once. They were as dominant as we thought they were. It was business-like again today. Just 7 hits, but they were patient at the plate. They just won air through a ton of strikes.
Curacao could not find the strike zone. They walked and hit way too many batters against an offense like this. Again, the numbers are pretty mind-blowing for a Little League team against the other best teams in the country. 60 runs scored, 5 runs allowed. That's it.
Friendships too. Hanging out up in the Grove. These 2 teams are some of the closest teams that we've seen here. You see all the hugs going around. Shared friendships. We saw that with Lancaster versus Riker, the 2 best players of each team going head-to-head. The friendships they had made here in Williamsport.
Coaching staff that was here in 2018 now has their 2nd Little League World Series championship. Kids from Hawaii salute the friends and families of those from Curacao.
Come on, Angel, you did it.
Honolulu even more enjoyable.
It's amazing how dominant this team was and yet how humble they were throughout all of it. I mean, that's something that just jumped to me because they had the ability to be cocky, to have that swag, to kind of be that team, and yet they continuously talked about each other, they talked about the family, they talked about everybody else, and they exemplified it better than any team I've seen here.
Well, it starts with their head coach. He's all strung out to touch the now dented Boston Howard.
Because of the Hawaii home runs.
Gerald Elden, his coaching staff, one is his brother, the other is Willis Kato, who's the first base coach. Just kind of do everything that you would want a 12-year-old coach to do, right? And of course, the players are going to do the exact same thing. They play the game hard, they teach the game hard, they celebrate when good things happen, but they also respect those on the other side of it. They got some really good 12-year-old baseball players, not us.
A lot of folks will point to the weather, which they benefit from, but the work ethic is certainly another one. They get their kids from a Little League area in South Oahu. And the Oda family certainly has got this thing rolling in the right direction. They'll grab that banner, they'll take some pictures. Then the numbers continue to defy logic with the Little League team. They had 14 homers. They had more walks as an offense than they did strikeouts. Like, think about that. They walked more often than they struck out. Now, today added to that total, but that's the way it's been all week for them.
Now they get to take a picture. It's going to hang on their walls forever.
Yep. The update that we got from Curacao, by the way, on Kishanderson Duran was that it was an arm injury. So Kekoa, Pioneer, Angel, Jaron Lancaster, Daley Watson, Cohen Sakamoto, who pitched so well here, Brandon Tomas, Micah Noda, Isaiah Wong, Iannucci, Kobe Eno, Rustin Leota, Jonathan Sniffen, and Tal Purcell. That is the team that rolled through Williamsport. Angel sent one down the line in left field. Rustin Leota slipped a little bit around third. That was the run that won the Little League World Series for Hawaii. They did it in 2018, and they do it again here in 2022. In a dog pile at Lomini, and it's full of kids from Honolulu. We'll hear from them as we continue the Little League World Series. This year, Hawaii champions.
I love this song.
Hawaii wins the gold medal at the Little League World Series. Hawaii wins it. Look at Hawaii. Hawaii is the best. And they win another one now. So you move Hawaii onto this list with other multiple winning states. California 7, New Jersey, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, and now Hawaii all have won 4 Little League World Series titles. And for this particular Little League, it is their second in the last 4 years. Let's go down to Julie.
Remy, I've got Gerald, Kama, and Kekoa. First off, Gerald, let's start with you as manager. 4th Little League World Series title for Hawaii. Congratulations on that. Second for you, 2 for 2. I know in 2018 that one was special, but complete domination this year for your team.
No, I'm just happy for our kids. Of course, they worked hard, and when we talked about it, no matter what happened, Caesar last year as a 12-year-old baseball player, we just really wanted them to enjoy it. Super proud, super happy with these kids, and just happy to represent our great state of Hawaii and our country, of course. And hats off to Curacao. I know they was getting into some pitching problems at ours, but yet they continued to battle to the end. So much love and respect, and I hope you travel safely back home. And again, just very grateful for this opportunity.
We talk about complete domination. These two next to you had a big hand in that. Kama and Kekoa, 56 was the run differential between what you guys scored and the rest of the field here. You had 9. Oh, I feel like there's water coming. You two had 9 runs batted in just between you. How about this tournament for you, and what was so special about this group?
This tournament was great. I feel like what's special about our team is that we always have our backs, and like no matter what happens, if someone goes like 10 for 10 or someone pitches a perfect game, everyone has to compete to win this game, and I feel like that's what's great about our team.
You do that very well. Kama, Kekoa, 4 home runs for you, led this entire tournament. 1 home run when you played last year. Compare the 2 years, and just again, the dominance of this team. 7 different players for Hawaii hitting home runs. It felt like every single night it was a different player for you guys.
Last year it was a big, defeat for us. It was really sad. And this year, it's a big difference. The team it's a big, group of people, and I like how they always pick me up when I'm down. And, they always tease me that I always hit 4 homers and always strike out. And, yeah.
All right, you guys, congratulations on that title. Enjoy it. Thank you.
Julie and Sebi, thank you. Great work all week long. They got him a little Gatorade back. Then they threw baseballs to all the fans that they had in their buckets. We'll wrap it up with a look back at the great memories of this World Series after this.
Remember your
A dominant Little League World Series run, averaging almost 10 runs per game. 4 times they showed teams the door after a 10-run rule. They run around Albany Stadium celebrating a championship, and that was really cool. They did empty their bucket, and they went up. Anybody that stayed around, they were firing baseballs too, so you get a chance to walk home, not only with the memories of watching Hawaii do this, but now you think, wow, they're even really solid people. They gave us a baseball to leave. Jess and Kyle, some final thoughts on what was the 2022 Little League World Series?
You know, you see a team like this, and you think about all the fans, all the people watching, right? And you want to emulate the swings, the home run swings, the pitches. To me, it's about the message that this Hawaii team continued to show, and that was the humility, the fact that they really genuinely were about family, each other, and you just don't see that. So to be that dominant and have that personality is not a coincidence. And I feel like that's the biggest lesson.
Yeah, emulate the people in this case. I mean, the baseball component was awesome, and you know, we saw some great reactions and personalities from kids from Curacao and all of those this week. We saw Hawaii on the field a little bit more, and honestly, it is who they are. It's not just what was on the back of their jerseys, and it played out all the way through. It was fun to watch.
It sure did, and it's been fun to be with you two, and of course Jess and Sebi, the group of volunteer, Mike and Tim Kirkchin, Xavier Scruggs, our entire production crew. Thanks so much. We're going to leave with some of the great images that we saw as Little League and all the fans and the international teams returned to Williamsport. I'm Carl Ravitch. Until next year, thanks for watching, everybody.
The 75th Little League World Series is underway.
And here comes the big boys.
There's our first home run. Setting off from his knees. Gallagher. What a throw. Gonna be the greatest. And he makes the catch.
15 Ks. The man is a superstar.
This is what they do best.
Oh, yes.
Let's let everybody in the park know how much you believe. We're not done, and we're not done believing. Everybody's still proud of you. We have nothing to lose.
Diving stab! What a play! Crush! The back foot to go with it. Oh! Double play!
And make the catch! That is a wedge.
This goes down as one of the most historic games in Roy's baseball history.
And Nicaragua wins!
You gotta go out for your squad.
The most dominant team we have seen in recent memory. We're getting set to decide a champion in Williamsport, Caribbean, and the West. Oh! Down the line and left and gone. Here comes Hawaii to celebrate at home again.